Bud Light has now been passed by Modelo. I never would have guessed. If you had asked me, I would have guessed 100% Bud Light was the most popular beer in America if you had asked me, a few months ago before they decided to go woke and lit their brand on fire. I would have 100% said Bud Light's number one. I never would have guessed that Modelo is the second most popular beer in America. Never would have remotely guessed it. It is now the most popular beer in America. Bud Light has lost its 22-year reign as the most popular beer in America, and Modelo is now the most popular, and Coors Light and Miller Lite are also increasing as Bud Light has tanked. We can put up a tweet in the short clip version of this where you will see Wall Street Journal reporting it. Modelo now the most popular beer in America. And to me, this is going to be studied, the Bud Light implosion, in marketing programs for the next few generations, because the Bud Light brand lit itself on fire. And what's wild is all they have to say is we were wrong. All they have to do is come out and say, you know what? We got it wrong. We shouldn't have done the trans advertiser bit. We shouldn't have had a marketing department head who said that Bud Light's reputation was too fratty and that there was too much negativity associated with the humor. And they would have been number one as a beer for years and years to come, and certainly they wouldn't have seen their brand tank. I'll say it again. I'll continue to give them advice. Bud Light, hire me as your marketing head. I've got like 80 jobs, all right? I can add an 81st. If you made me the head of Bud Light marketing, I would have Bud Light back as the number one beer in America within 6 months. My pledge to you. I guarantee it, right? I could make that happen. Instead, they are so afraid of offending the far left-wing woke universe, which never buys their beer, never bought their beer in the first place, is never going to buy their beer, that they won't acknowledge what they did wrong, and frankly, the brand may be dead. The brand may never recover from this, because I'll tell you, nobody at SEC tailgates this fall is going to be drinking Bud Light. Nobody at Big Ten tailgates is going to be drinking Bud Light. Used to be probably, along with Mick Ultra, the most popular beers that you would see. Now, when you see a guy drinking a Bud Light, you make fun of him. They have so destroyed their brand that if you see a dude drinking a Bud Light, one guy's going to say to another, oh, you're a Bud Light kind of guy, right? Making fun of you. And the Bud Light brand is so destroyed that it's only going to get worse from here. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the trans gay community loves light beer. It's a joke. They certainly are not the primary consumers of Bud Light, right? The Bud Light brand has lit itself on fire. Unless they hire somebody like me to recreate their brand value, they're done for. And I think this is an important message because this is the first brand publicly, although I would argue the NBA and Disney have also had this happen. I'm going to write about it. This is the first brand publicly for everybody to acknowledge, you know what? They went woke and they destroyed themselves. Even the most left-wing marketing advertiser person in the country cannot dispute this. This is what Bud Light created. This is what they did to themselves. And as a result, I think that as you continue to break this down, the only way they can build back is by essentially apologizing to everybody that has turned on their brand. And they maybe have waited too long to even be able to come back from this.